Hi, welcome to this video class. This is Pravina here to teach you Science Class 6 Lesson 5 Separation of Substances. So why there is a need to separate substances. So without any further delay, let's move on to the lesson. Yes. So the materials, as we have discussed in the last class, so objects are made up of materials. So these materials that we use are in their pure form. They occur in the form of mixture. So what do you mean by mixture? So a mixture is a combination of different substances such that no chemical reactions takes place between them. So here is an example of mixture. So in the picture you can see the food grains and stones. You might have seen your father bringing a packet of pulses from a grocery shop. When you open that, you can see along with pulses there are other materials which got mixed in them. So we can say that it is a mixture. So as such, the food grains and stones. Then sugar and water, and in the second picture you can say sugar and water. So what are the two mixtures here? The sugar which is getting dissolved in water. So there are two mixtures. So mixture is nothing but it is a combination of different substances. So in the first picture of food grains, you can see the two substances such as pulses as well as few stones which are present in them. So we say that it as a mixture. Then in the second picture you can see sugar and water, where water is a solvent and sugar is a solute. So two different substances are present in a single beaker. So we call them as a mixture. So what are materials? The materials that we use are in the pure form. They occur in the form of mixture. So a mixture is a combination of different substances such that no chemical reactions takes place between them. So what is our lesson? Separation of substances. So what is the need in separating these substances? So why this mixture has to be separated into two different groups? Yes, see, separation is needed to remove unwanted substances from water. So in the first example you can see, so why we have to separate the substances? So the first thing we have to separate is to remove the unwanted particles from any substance that we want. So here in the first example, in the first beaker you can see the water which is a mixture of many impurities, right? So the water that you get from the taps, so it is a mixture of chemicals. It might consisting of few soluble dust particles. Yes, so water is a mixture. So these water you will just take them into few filters that we are getting nowadays, and we get purified. We just purify those, separate those impurities from the water, so that we get the fresh water. And the second example, food grains and stones, might it is a very day-to-day activities. Might you have observed your mother just removing all the stones from the grains of pulses or from the food grains, right? So these stones are the impurities where we are separating that from a useful substance. Then the third picture you are seeing here is industrial waste. So the industrial waste that which are being produced from the factories, what do they do is they directly dump these industrial waste water directly into the sea water, but that which affect the living creatures, aquatic organisms are greatly affected. That which is these industrial waste have got some toxic substances that kill the aquatic animals. So before releasing this industrial waste into the water, they have to be treated. They have to be treated in the water treatment plants, so that the water is somewhat where it consisting of lesser concentration of this toxic material, and that material is being dumped into the sea. So industrial waste which is a very which causes more pollution to the aquatic organisms. So here from the industrial waste we are removing that waste particles and dumping that water into the seas. So separation is needed to remove unwanted substances from water. So to get the useful substances, we have to remove the unwanted substances. As such, the polluted water and also the stones which are present in the food grains and also the industrial waste before dumping that into the sea. Yes, and this separation is also to obtain a useful substance from the mixture. So the examples given are iron. Where do we get iron from? We get it from the earth crust. So these iron, we obtain that in the form of an iron ore, which consists of dust and sand. So the iron particles have to be separated from this dust and sand. So what is the useful substance that we are getting from the iron ore here? We are getting iron from it. We remove dust and sand from the iron ore and we obtain only the iron which is useful. Then the next one is milk. So from the milk, what are all the different useful substances that we get? So here you can see we get butter, we get cheese, we get paneer, and also curd. So these are all the useful substances. So here where few processes are involved to separate these substances from the milk. So we get butter, cheese, paneer and curd, and also oil. Yes, you get see, this oil is obtained in its crude form. It is a mixture of all the oils. So these are being processed out through a process known as fractional distillation, and we get the useful substances such as petrol, diesel and kerosene. So in the previous slide you have seen that the separation is needed to remove the unwanted substances, and also the separation is needed to obtain a useful substance from the mixture. So here in this table it is very clear. See, so separation process, we separate stones from rice, and also we obtain butter by churning the milk, and also tea is separated by just removing the tea leaves. Then what is the purpose of separation? What is the use of it? So to separate two different but useful components, as such milk, we get butter, cheese and all that, right? So we are separating that to obtain two different but useful components, and also to remove the non-useful components. So as such, the industrial waste and also the water, which is a mixture of different particles, we just purify them to remove the unwanted particles from it. Then to remove impurities or harmful components. So the purpose of separation is so as to separate two different components, or so as to obtain a useful component, or to remove the impurities or harmful components. So what is done with the separated components? So here in the first thing, we throw away the solid component. So as it is the as that substances that we throw away is of no use. So what do we do with that? We just throw away the solid component. As such, you are saying the stones from rice. So we remove the stones from the rice, as stone is a it is not a useful component. So we just throw away the stones from the rice. Then we throw away the impurity. So by the process of filtration, where the water that we get from the taps, we filter them so that the impurities are being removed from the water and making it a purified one. And the next one is we use both the components. So in milk, as we get butter, cheese or paneer, so we use all those components because they are all the useful ones. So the purpose of separation is to differentiate between two components, or to use them, or so as to remove the impurities from the given substance. Yes, so the substances that have to be separated may be particles of different sizes or materials. So a mixture is nothing but it is a mixture of two substances, right? So these has to be differentiated. The substances which are present in a mixture have to be separated from each other, but they differ in sizes, isn't it? So here these may be a solid, liquid or even in gases. So what are all the different processes that are involved in the separation of substances? So let us discuss them in the next video. Thank you.